Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Word in Review, which is a presentation of the Faith Dimensions Ministries in Wolverton, Milton Keynes, England. It's based on the message preached by Bishop Glenn Ferguson on the 12th of May, that's this past Sunday. The title of the message was God Has Helped, and the passage was John chapter 11 verses 43 and 44. It's basically the story of Lazarus, brother to Mary and Martha. The entire family were friends with Jesus. So we would understand that Jesus used to visit with them and spend time with them, share with them in the company of his own disciples. Now he was elsewhere when the news came that Lazarus had died, 2 days after Lazarus died. But he didn't go to visit the family for another 2 days. That's basically the center of the message. And there are quite a number of key points that Bishop highlighted in the message. He talked about why Jesus waited for 4 days. After that period, the body would have started decomposing. So Jesus waited for 4 days. He waited until it was too late in the natural to do anything. And I think that, like Bishop said, that was just to demonstrate to humanity that nothing is too late with God. That God can do what he would do at any time. Time is in his hands. He's never too late and he's never too early. This was a good example of that maxim that we normally say all the time. And then Jesus gets to the place and everybody's mourning. But Jesus didn't go there to mourn. He went there for a specific reason. His reason was he went there to demonstrate the fact that he was the resurrection, which was not apparent at the time that he got there. And then he said to them, "Where did they lay him? Where did you put him? Where is he?" And then, because of time, I'll just highlight just briefly what Jesus said, what the bishop said. He said, "Many of us, we have buried our dreams. Our dream is somewhere in the grave. Just like Lazarus was in the grave, we buried the dreams, and we have to find out what to do to bring back our dreams." Jesus could have removed the stone. That was another a lesson that we learned. But he told them to remove the stone. Jesus can practically solve our problems in terms of actually being the one solving it. But that's not his principles. His principle is that we must be the ones to get engaged in bringing the solutions to our problems. The solutions to our situation and circumstances and challenges is with us. And then Jesus said again, "Lose him and let him go." In other words, look, this guy came out of the grave with grave clothes all tied. So the people had to lose him and to let him go. They had to lose him. Jesus was not the one that did that. So basically you can see that a lot of what is required for us to come out of the grave, come out of the place of despondency, rest upon us, is incumbent upon us. And then Bishop said, if you serve God based on emotions, you will curse God and die. We don't serve God based on emotions. We serve God because he is God. We don't allow our emotions to overwhelm us. And when Jesus wept, Jesus didn't weep because he didn't have solutions. He wept for the people. He wept because of their ignorance. He wept for their sake. And then Bishop said, look, the message about Lazarus is not about Lazarus. The message about Lazarus is about the resurrection. Because when Martha said to Mary or Martha said, "If you were here, my brother had not died." And then Jesus started talking about the fact that, he will come back, he will become alive again. And she was saying, yes, I know he's going to come alive in the resurrection. Jesus said, no. I am the resurrection and I am the life. So that's the summary of that experience. Jesus demonstrated that he was the resurrection. He demonstrated that he was the life. That he was a life giver. A life giver. No matter the situation we find ourselves, Jesus is the life giver. Bishop said we have to start to practice faith again, because there's been a loss of faith. There's been a loss of confidence in the ability of God to help. People's problems have been so magnified by the devil that they are struggling to believe God, and we have to rebuild our faith. Every one of us. And then Bishop finally, he said, we have lost a lot, but it is not permanent. I don't care what you've lost. It's not permanent. I don't care how many things you have lost and how many times you have lost. Losing is not the permanent state of a child of God, because we have God on our side. If we must believe like Caleb did, that after 45 years, he was still able to take the mountain that God had promised him. We must believe that after all these years and after all the challenges, we are still able to take the mountain and win the way God has intended for us to win. It's a very powerful message. Really, really powerful, awesome message. Encourage you to find time to listen to it via the different channels that we have: YouTube, Facebook, even our FDN website. I trust that God will bless you. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.